Hi everyone, my name is Rose, also known as TA Summers. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, hi. I'm happy to have you. I am a booktuber slash book reviewer who maintains a blog at Writing Through Rose-Tinted Glasses. I am also the spokesperson behind my sister channel Through Rose-Tinted Glasses, which hosts the Liquid Story Binder tutorials. So what I wanted to do today is a continuation of my book haul for the months of July and August of 2022. And in this particular video, I am going to continue with a smorgasbord of different genres, including mystery, one nonfiction book, and definitely some sci-fi and fantasy titles. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first book that I want to highlight is kind of a revisiting of a particular novel that is considered a classic, and with the recent movie that came about with Tessa Thompson and Ruth Negga, I wanted to revisit this novel for myself. So I picked up Nella Larsen's Passing, and this is considered a classic novel of the Harlem Renaissance. It was originally written in 1929. I'm very much looking forward to this, and it's really not a long novel. I think it's only, about 147 pages. So I will probably get to this within the month of September to be able to review it thoroughly and share with all of you. I'm really looking forward to it. The next book is considered a very popular title within the realm of fantasy, and probably within the mention you'll probably know who I'm talking about, because this is the fourth book in his respective series, and it just came out in the mass market paperback edition not that long ago, and I wanted to wait for this particular edition so it would be easier to fit with the others in my collection. I have not read this series in full. I wanted to do kind of like a marathon reading of it within a respective spectrum of time. So this is Brandon Sanderson's Rhythm of War. This is the fourth book in the Stormlight Archive series. Let's see if I can put this in camera angle. And I'm looking forward to actually beginning this series from, like, I've read a little bit of it, but I have not read the entire series yet. So you can expect this to have a thorough review, starting with The Way of Kings and then coming into this book. So I'm hoping to get to that at some point. It may not be this year in terms of doing the full reading of this entire series, but I will probably try to see if I can start this before the end of the year. The next book that I have is a collection of short stories set within the same universe, and it is new to me, though this author is not new to me. I'm used to reading her Hidden Legacy series, or I should say their Hidden Legacy series, because it's a duo of our authors that are very well known and have been writing within the spectrum of sci-fi and fantasy for many years. I was not aware of this particular collection of short stories, but I'm really excited to be able to pick it up. And that is Alona Andrews' The Kingsman Universe. So it's a collection of 3 stories that I was able to pick up. Let me see if I can put this a little bit so it's not so much of a glare. But it's a collection of 3 stories, all contained in one volume. I think it had been separate, but this is the first compilation of all these stories in one volume for the first time, and I think it was published in 2018. But I'm hoping to be able to read all of these pretty sometime soon. So the next book that I'm going to highlight is actually one of the second book in a duology, and it starts with The Coward, which is a book I already have in my collection, but I decided to, since this just came out not too long ago, I wanted to review it. I also got it as a galley copy. I wasn't sure if I was going to get approved for it, so I went ahead and pre-ordered it and bought it anyway. And that is The Warrior by Stephen Aryan. As you can see, I'm planning on doing a marathon reading of this series, so I have not posted this to my Goodreads or to my blog quite yet. So probably sometime in the near future, I'm going to be doing a full reading of the first book as well as this one. So the next book that I have to feature is also the second book in another series, and I believe this one is a trilogy. The first book in the series was very popular and was nominated for a number of awards, including the Goodreads Choice Awards. Unfortunately, it didn't win, but I'm really excited to be able to do kind of a marathon reading of both the first book and the second book. Um, Again, I have not had the opportunity to put this on my Goodreads or on my blog, but I'm going to start with the first book in the series and then get to this one. And that is The Oleander Sword by Tasha Suri. The first book in the series is The Jasmine Throne. So I'm planning on doing kind of like a group reading, well, not a group reading, but kind of a marathon read of both the first book and this book as well. So the next book that I'm going to feature is one that I already have in my collection, but I decided to pick up the paperback edition of it because I liked reading it so much, but I have not formally reviewed this on my Goodreads or on my blog quite yet. So I wanted to do kind of a deep dive into this novel, which is magical realism, and it's a really popular title as of the past couple of years in terms of people talking about this fantasy title, and that is The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina by Soraya Cordova. And this, as you can see, this is the Target edition. I was really excited to be able to pick this up in paperback. It's gorgeous, and I'm excited to be able to kind of do a deep dive of this particular book in the near future. So the last book that I have to feature of the kind of like sci-fi fantasy, like miscellaneous category, before I get to the book of the month selections that I chose for July and August, is probably everyone's most anticipated read, or it seems like it's everyone's most anticipated read for this year. And it just released. A number of my reading friends and pals have gotten this as an ARC. Unfortunately, I was not able to, but I am glad to say that I have this in my hand and I am going to be getting to it probably, if not within the next couple of weeks, then definitely within the next month or two. And that is R.F. Kuang's Babel. And as you can see, she is huge. This is the standard edition. I didn't get any of the special editions like from Waterstones and things like that. I just got the regular edition, so I'm planning to pick this up as soon as I possibly can. So the last feature for this particular video is going to center on 2 months worth of Book of the Month picks. I am not sponsored. I just subscribe to the Book of the Month subscription box, and I've been a subscriber since about December of last year. So I'm relatively new to the subscription program, but I've enjoyed what I've been able to pick up so far. For the month of July, and I don't have the books to kind of like put in front of me because they're on my shelf over here, so I don't want to pull them out and mess up my display, but I will tell you what they are in terms of the particular books that I chose. So the first one for the month of July that I picked up were 2 books. The first one being Susan Cain's Bittersweet. It's a nonfiction book about grief, and I knew I wanted to read that with respect to how she handles emotions and describes them within the spectrum of her work. I originally read Quiet many years ago, and I loved that book, so I'm excited to be able to pick this up. I'll put a picture of the cover on here for your reference in case you're wanting to see what it looks like. The second book that I picked up is called You're Invited. I don't remember the name of the author, but I will put a picture up here. I knew that it was a mystery suspense thriller that I wanted to pick up, kind of like a trapped house scenario, and that was something that made it appeal to me, so I'm really excited to be able to dive into that. For the month of August, I also chose 2 books, and they're down here with me. The first one is a fantasy, and takes place within a magical town with sisters. And just to kind of read this synopsis to you: in a hypnotic tale of sisterhood, first love, and hauntings, a wedding in a small English village stirs up unsettling magic and forces a troubled family secrets out into the open. That really appealed to me, and I'm really excited to be able to pick it up. And this is Small Angels by Lauren Owen. So I'll probably get to this sometime within the current month. And the last book that I chose for the month of August as my book of the month pick is a thriller by an author that I have read before, but it's been a while since I picked up anything from her. So I'm excited to be able to dive into her work again. And this is about um, a mother, a daughter who thinks she knows everything about her mother, but has been deceived by a number of secrets that come out into the open. And this is Pieces of Her by Karen Slaughter. And I'm hoping to get to this within the next month as well, as soon as I possibly can. So that is it for this particular section of this video. I'll probably post this video first as the part 2 to my overall book haul for July and August. And then I'll also post the part 3 of this particular compilation of my book haul, which is going to be the largest section, romance, which is probably about 30 books. So that's going to take me a little bit longer to parse out, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like the content that you see here, please give this video a like and thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell if you want more notifications of when I upload new videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.